How to reduce the carbon footprint of your commercial kitchen or boutique food production company. Food systems contribute around 29% of global greenhouse gas emissions. You can help. Why? Apart from the obvious save the planet reasons, there are sound commercial reasons for reducing emissions. Consumers are increasingly willing to pay a premium for sustainability, with up to 50% of consumers saying they will pay around 15% more for sustainable products. Avoiding unsustainable products is now also a thing. As of last year, according to Deloitte, almost 30% of people had stopped purchasing certain brands or products because of ethical or sustainability concerns. Being able to make claims about your sustainable practices is going to help your bottom line, and it will save you money. The list I'm about to share is all pretty obvious, and you may have already considered many of these factors in your daily operations, but I still think it's worth putting them all together in a list. And there are some new technologies that you might not have heard about. I've also included information about which activities can have the biggest impact with the least amount of effort. 1. If you want to make public claims about your carbon emission reductions or green credentials, you should estimate your current emissions first to establish a baseline. There are tools and standard measurement methods for this, including the Greenhouse Gas Protocol and Net Zero Now, and links are in the email. 2. Switch to renewable energy by changing energy tariffs or energy providers. This is the easiest way to make a big reduction, with hospitality venues in the United Kingdom able to reduce their emissions by 10% with this single action. 3. Improve energy efficiencies in daily staff activities with the following. A. Train staff to choose the right heating ring for the correct pot. Use lids to prevent heat escape from pots and to not leave gas hobs burning when not in use. B. Operate dishwashers and laundry washers on the most efficient cycles. C. Put combi ovens into idle mode when not in use. Ideally, program them to do this automatically. D. Make use of data loggers to optimize heating and cooling processes, that's when you're cooking, and monitor and control refrigeration systems with smart tech. E. Use lower energy cook methods like sous vide. 4. Choose better equipment, fixtures and fittings for energy efficiency gains. A. Use electric vehicles for deliveries and pickups. B. Install a smart meter to check energy usage and energy management technology on cool rooms and freezers. A large pub group in the UK managed to save 30% of their cellar cooling energy by using tech that switches coolers on and off based on beer temperatures rather than air temperatures. C. Switch to LED lighting instead of energy-intensive halogens. One UK company reduced their energy consumption by 13% by switching to LED and adding motion detectors. D. Change heating systems to more energy-efficient technologies, increase insulation and install double glazing. E. When building new buildings or fitting out new areas, make use of materials that are sustainable or recycled. McDonald's has committed to using only furniture made from recycled or certified materials in its stores from 2023. F. Switch gas hobs which can be left running continuously to induction stovetops that only use energy when a pot is on the stove. G. Swap walk-in cooling spaces for self-contained drawers or chests. H. Choose new equipment based on whole-of-life cost. These may be more expensive upfront but cheaper to run and more energy efficient over the life of the equipment. I. Make use of automatically controlled ventilation systems in kitchens. These slow down the fans when there's no cooking being done. 5. You can reduce food waste. Food waste accounts for 23% of total food system emissions in wealthy countries like the United Kingdom. And you can reduce food waste by doing the following things. A. Plan ingredient ordering and production carefully so production meets demand. B. Make use of ordering apps to purchase the right amount of ingredients. Pre-ordering apps for your guests can be used in hospitality so chefs know in advance what their guests want to eat. C. Make use of artificial intelligence or AI, tools for waste monitoring and management, such as Lean Path and Chef's Eye, which can measure how much food and what types of food are being thrown away. D, design menus to make use of offcuts and surpluses. E, give away unused edible food to redistribution organisations. F, reduce portion sizes so less is left over on diners' plates. G, offer doggy bags so diners can take home leftovers. H, streamline offerings on menus so it is easier to order and anticipate demand. I, put less food out at one time on a buffet. And J, make use of humidity controls in modern fridges to maintain the quality of fresh fruit and veg for longer. 6. You can reduce your emissions by offering and selling more lower emission foods. A, meat-based foods are generally considered to create more emissions than plant-based foods, so reducing the number of meat foods on offer can reduce your overall emissions. B, foods grown using regenerative agriculture can also assist. Compass Food Company is aiming to use foods grown with regenerative agriculture principles for 70% of its top 5 food categories by 2030. C, buy local to reduce food miles or even grow veg on site. D, buy surpluses or ugly foods that could otherwise go to waste. And the 7th in my list of things that you can do for reducing your carbon emissions is upcycle. Make condiments from surplus foods and partner with other businesses who can make use of your waste, such as local gardens that may collect coffee grounds for composting. In short, reducing your operations' carbon emissions will make your customers and investors happy and can save you money. The easiest big gain can come from switching to a renewable energy provider or tariff. Don't forget to measure a baseline first if you are going to make emission reduction claims. And this list was inspired by a report by Mako in the UK. There's a link, of course, in the email. And there's also links to the Greenhouse Gas Protocol, Net Zero Now, and a source for the claim about consumers being willing to pay a premium for sustainability.